Hi, welcome back to the channel. You may hear motorized vehicles out here. They seem to be doing a lot of traveling right now, back and forth. I think they're putting gravel down. So, also, you'll probably hear somebody talking in the background. That is a video that my husband's watching. And by watching, I mean sleeping while it's on. So that's that's what's happening. I did get a couple things done. Now, I know that the last time I was on this channel, I said I'm only going to guarantee um one of my egg socks being completed with Afterthought Heel, because if I guarantee both, it won't happen. And the reverse psychology kind of worked, because I got two. I got two complete socks now. I can wear these. Look at these bad boys. Look at how cute they are. I inverted the colors, as you can see. I mean, y'all ain't blind, I'm sure. But yeah, they're really cool. They are a little bit loose because I overcompensated slightly for the color work. The first time I tried the sock, I made a whole tube. Didn't get quite to the toe yet. I'm pretty sure I hadn't gotten to the toe yet. But I decided I should really try this on my foot and see if my foot fits down in here, and it was too small, so I had to cast it on in a bigger size. And since that happened, I was like apparently nervous that it was gonna continue to happen, so I overcompensated, and they're quite loose, but these will be great for hanging out in the house. I mean, they'll be great in shoes too. They'll be nice and cushy. But they have all these little floats, and they kind of double up the fabric, so it just feels like it's two layers of fabric when it's not. I think this one I did properly by doing a smaller needle for the cuff than for the rest. This one I didn't. So the cuff is a little bit stretchy looking, but it's not stretched. It's just, in fact, yeah. And I counted and double counted and triple counted, and the cast on is exactly the same. So I either was super loose with this one to in an overcompensating way from previous attempts, or I didn't use a smaller needle for the cuff. And I want to say it could be both, because if you look at them together, one's a lot bigger, but they're the same cast on, so they're the same stitch count. The socks themselves came out pretty much identical, except for the coloring, obviously. I just love, I just love what I did here, and I think I like this one better than this one color wise. I think I like my little yellow eggs instead of my little white eggs. I don't know. I do like them a lot. I was gonna wear them. They've been done for, well, today is Friday. They've been done since yesterday morning, and I really wanted to wear them, but I also wanted to show them on here before I wore them. That way they're not all covered in dog hair and stuff, when I'm trying to show them off. The next thing I did, it's the only other thing I did. Let me just start off with this cake. This cake has seen better days. This cake started off a great time to work with, except for the occasional snag on the tinsel, as you can see. Yeah. But now it's coming out with barf, the yarn barf, and where it's all tangled up. And I have had a couple instances where the tinsel broke, and I had to maneuver it in such a way to get it to stay in the stitches and like make sure that it didn't come loose. and it's been naughty, it's been ridiculous, and so I cannot wait till this is finished. And I can't guarantee I'm going to make it all the way through that cake. I've already gotten, I'm into my 10th row of the repeats. There goes my hook. This is it is turning out beautifully. For all the trouble I'm having, this is turning out very nice. But it's slow going. It's frustrating sometimes. I've actually decided to, I think I mentioned it in my last one, I'm going to give that to my youngest daughter. I asked her if she would be interested in a shawl. She said she was definitely be interested in a shawl. So, super glad that somebody is, because I don't typically wear shawls. So I was like, I'm not sure what to do with it after this. But, I got this to do. I want to try and pretty much steady work on this, but I also have other things I want to work on. I want to work on my ranunculus, so I got to pick a size for that. I need to get that done so that I can start it, so that I can actually wear it, because I really want to wear the finished sweater. I really want to finish that up. I have a pair of socks that I have to start the second sock. I have another pair of socks that I'm still finishing. I'm still working on the first sock, the lace socks. They're high socks. They go over the calf. So I got a little ways to go before I'm even at the heel on that. Also, my thoughts on the afterthought heel. These, I also overestimated how much I needed for this afterthought heel. They don't look like very big heels. They really don't, but they fit perfectly. So, but anyway, I did the recommended stitch, decreases and all of that, and it was way too big. It was like, it would have puckered at the sides. So I didn't tear it back. I just, I reverse knit it, because I was not going to risk losing live stitches if that came out too much and the white came, the other color was now exposed. I would end up risking losing those stitches and having to pick them back up again. I'm not here for that if I can help it. So I tanked back. I did, it says do like 2 or 3 knit rounds before you start doing decreases. I think I went with 3, which turns out that's the appropriate number in this case. And then what I did, instead of decreasing every other row one time until, I don't remember how many, stitches it said should be left on the needles. I didn't even care about that. I did my own thing. I decreased every other row, but every other row that I decreased on had 4 decreases on each side. So there's usually a slip knit and then a knit 2 together, and then you do the same on the other side. I did slip knit, slip knit, knit 2 together, knit 2 together on both ends of the heel, and then mirrored that on the other side. And I did that for every other row for 2 decrease rounds. After the second decrease round, I did 2 rounds of decrease rounds, exactly the same as those ones. And then I Kitchener it from there. I didn't go down any smaller. I didn't want the heel to make it so big that it would be weird to wear. And I do not intend to really wear them out. In fact, even my other socks, I don't not wear them in shoes outside, but I do my best to avoid it if I can, especially if the weather's bad. Just because I less wear on the socks, I would rather keep them for inside, or if I'm just wearing my sneakers and it's not any risk of them getting wet or anything, then I'm fine with that. I just don't want to mess them up prematurely. So that's what I did with that, and I think that turned out just fine. It's gonna depend on the next sock I try these on, whether I make that my actual heel process or not. I did write it all down so that I can remember it, because otherwise I would forget. I actually had to, as I was going on the first one, so that the second one was exactly the same, because I know how when I'm cooking something, I don't follow recipes. I look up a recipe and I see what they call for, and I put as much or as little of things until I feel like it's tastes good. So the next time I make the thing, it doesn't always taste the same, because I forget how much of what I've put in it. Sometimes I don't even put the same spices at all in it. I put a whole different set of spices. I don't know. I gotta start writing things down a little more. But I kind of figured it would be the same for this, so I went ahead and wrote them down. I really like these socks. They turned out great. I think that's about it. I do have, like I said, I've got all these other projects. By the next video too, I intend to sew in the ends on that lap blanket that I made, the retro vibe, and get so that is considered actually finished, because technically I said it was finished, and it's not finished until I weave in those ends, in my opinion. I need to weave in those ends. Get that done. And then you can see how nice it looks once all the ends are woven in, because you don't have any distracting fringes laying around. So with that, I will let you guys go. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next one.